You're listening to the 3 Feet Radio Show with Ben Carbonaro and Luke Herbert. From our studios come special guests and netball commentary, exclusively on YouTube.
Good morning, listeners, and welcome again to the 3 Feet Radio Show. It's a beautiful day here in Melbourne. I hope it's all going well in New Zealand, but we're supposed to be in the one studio, and joining me in the studio is my co-host Luke Herbert. G'day, Luke.
G'day, Ben. Today we're in our Queensland studio. Actually, we're on the Sunshine Coast, or at least you are. So, Ben, I think I might have missed my flight, and I'm still in Invercargill, unfortunately. But how are things in Queensland, Ben?
Joining us right about now is the Sunshine Coast Lightning captain in Geva Mentor. G'day, Geva.
Hello, boys. Thanks for having me on. Good to talk to you again.
No worries at all. Always good talking to you. First of all, what made you decide to make the move north to the Sunshine Coast?
Yeah, there are probably a few decisions in my choice to move up here. The first one being that I guess I just wanted a new challenge. Something a bit new. I've been with Vixens and they've been wonderful to me for the last 6 years, and I think my netball was probably plateauing a little bit, and I just wanted to make sure I was still taking it to another level, and particularly as internationally I really want to aim for the next Com Games World Cup. So it was an easy move in terms of knowing that Nolene was going to be heading up the team here and that I'd be receiving some different style of coaching. So I was definitely looking forward to being under that belt, but also just taking myself out of the comfort zone with obviously a new playing group, a new setup, a completely new club. I think all those challenges really excite me, and I think that's what keeps you interested and keeps sport fun, I guess, is putting yourself out there and definitely getting out of your comfort zone.
And just speaking of Nolene, and I'll just add in very briefly, I had a chance to chat to her when she was coaching the Steel last season, and she's very friendly and open with the knowledge she has. But as a player, how do you find her as a coach?
Yeah, I've been so what's the word? I've been so excited by what she brings to this group, and as a player, her approach is probably quite different to anything I've ever had. In the first training session I did, I came out of it not only absolutely knackered, but just thought, wow, this is amazing. She kind of built from drills and stuff that we're doing and built it all the way up through. It just made sense and it flowed, and we got so much out of it as players. And I thought, wow, if this is the first session, what are the rest going to be like? And it definitely hasn't been a letdown since. And I think just her approach to life, she's able to bring that in and I guess just encourage the holistic side of things off court, which I think it really helped on court with actually figuring things out and working together and connecting as a team. And she's got a wealth of knowledge, which I'm definitely tapping into. She sees things from a different perspective, and I think defensively that's really great to see, because defensively you've got to be quite instinctive and you've got to read things, and I think just having those fresh eyes on my game and what I'm doing out there is hopefully going to do wonders for my game.
Just still staying on Nolene Tarui, your coach, Geva, she's a bit unorthodox with her style, and it was quite well documented when she coached the Magic. She'd rock up to training dressed in different weird little outfits and things like that. So that unorthodox approach, though, it seems to certainly be doing the job, though.
Yeah, it does. We haven't had any too much fancy dress here just yet, but I guess as we've got new kit and a new club, we're all like rocking that at the moment. But I think she's just so down to earth and being such a family lass, and I think she knows how to make everyone feel welcome, everyone feel respected, and to get the best out of us. So she's definitely a little bit different, but I like that, and I think it's good in netball. And I think there's too many people that try to do the same thing or try to be like someone else, and I think the more you can be different, the better it is for a team. And I think that's our point of difference up here on the Sunshine Coast. You just look at our team, we've got a couple of Kiwis, South African, Aussies, and English, Fijian, and we're just a massive pot of mixture and diversity and different cultures. And I think that's what's exciting, that Knowles can almost bring that all together and just see the quality in all of us.
And just, we're going to shift things a little around a bit here, because Ben and I were actually talking about this off air, and I think this is actually quite interesting. But you came off playing in the Quad Series and straight into Suncorp Super Netball mode. So how did you find adjusting to that? Because just to try and frame this question a little better, usually you might go from what was the ANZ Championship to international netball, but you seem to have gone the other way around now.
Yes, it's definitely been challenging. I think this time round, with all the travelling that was involved with Quad Series, I was in England for a couple of weeks, then South Africa for a week, then back to England, and then obviously out to Australia, and only a week to prepare with my team before the Suncorp Super Netball begun. So it's definitely been quite challenging, but the body's in one piece, which is the main thing, and it's just about trying to build those combinations and establish my position within the team as quickly as possible. But at least I know I'm match fit, and my match intensity is there, so that's one thing that sort of transfers over. But it'd definitely be nicer if there was a bit more break in between internationals and then obviously leading into such as the Suncorp Netball, and I know it's obviously going to be a similar setup and schedule to next year, so hopefully people will look at dates a little bit more and it's able to just flow, because that's definitely one thing that I feel like I've missed out on, is a full pre-season with my teammates, and not necessarily the physical side of it all, but just building on those combinations and friendships on and off the court, and so you end up playing a little bit of catch up, even though they are a good group that we've got up here.
And Geva, you mentioned you've got a South African in the team. You've got Carla Mostert. How is Carla settled in, and how's she going at the moment?
Yeah, Carla's a beautiful person on and off the court. She's an absolute treasure for our team. And I think she doesn't speak that often, but when she does, everyone listens. And I think she's just an absolute asset for us going forward. You can see how she's played in Quad Series. She had a very good Quad Series. She's very tenacious. Her bread and butter is coming through and winning those balls on those tight one-on-one contests. And she's doing exactly the same at training as well. So I'm just really excited to see, I guess, her netball go up another level as she plays hopefully some consistent games throughout this new league.
And also, Geva, it was a close game to open the season. It was a draw against the Firebirds in the first All-Queensland derby. What did you take out of that game?
It was, and it was such a hard one at the end, because obviously people were happy because they didn't think we would probably do quite as well against the Firebirds, and I think we were disappointed as actually players because we were in positions to actually win that game. But I think there's just a lot of learning that could be taken. We didn't play our best netball. We're still adjusting. It's a first game for not just us as a new team out on court, but for our club. So definitely lots of positives to take from it, and I think definitely a good sort of base for us to build on, and making sure that we also don't peak too early throughout this season.
And how will you adjust, or put another way, what are you expecting from your old team, the Vixens, come Sunday?
Yes, they've obviously had an absolute cracker of a first game against Collingwood, and I probably expect nothing less from them. They're probably the most established team in terms of retaining their players over the off-season, and I think that will put them in good stead with the combinations that they've got there, and come back fantastically well after her injury last year. And so I think they're going to be strong all the way through the court. It's just going to be really important that that both teams, I guess, don't let the other in that early in terms of taking care of our ball. I think as soon as you step off the pace a little bit or have a bit of a down patch, that's when Vixens will just run right over you and exploit us. And they beat us twice in the off season, in the pre-season games during the off season. So it's going to be a tough encounter for us, and obviously our first home game as well. So we've got that extra excitement and anticipation of what that's all going to look like for us on court too.
I bet you've been thinking about it a bit, Geva, because you're a big part of the Vixens family. You're there for a long time. You've obviously got still some strong friendships and relationships with a lot of those girls. It's going to be a bit strange come Sunday when you're in the other dress, isn't it?
For me, it's actually going to be lovely because, obviously I step out on the court and I'm really excited to be part of the Lightning team and step out there with my girls. As soon as that final whistle goes, then friendships are back on the cart, back on the table, and I'll be able to catch up with the girls and say hi. And I think that's a beautiful thing about our sport, that it's those lasting friendships that you make throughout the highs and lows of your career, and that you're able to continue afterwards, no matter which teams you go to or when you retire as well. So I'm really looking forward to a tough contest against the team. They obviously know me very well, so I'm expecting them to eliminate me out of the game a little bit, and then hopefully it'll be an exciting game for the crowd to watch, and then we'll all be friends afterwards, which will be lovely.
Just a slightly left of centre question, or should be out of court question, but what are the training facilities like for the Sunshine Coast Lightning?
Yeah, so they're forever improving. Obviously, we're based at the university, and they've just sorted out the stadium, which is brilliant. So we've got new seating in there, new court that's laid, which is lovely to play on. we're very lucky in the sense of right next door is our gym that we use and outdoor swimming pool. The changing rooms will be coming soon, so they'll be finished by the end of this year, but at the moment we've got temporary ones, which are still pretty snazzy. So yeah, there's still a few facilities yet to be finalised, but at the moment it's fantastic, and fantastic to have it all in one location, so you don't have to be jumping in the car and driving too far. And we've got a fantastic support service on board with the knee joint, physiotherapy team and masseuse, and then we're sort of tapping into some of the universities staff as well with psychology and nutrition, things like that. So they're definitely a professional club. They've taken on board, I think, a lot from what Melbourne Storm have advised them to in terms of performance and elite sport. But yeah, definitely as a club that's started up in its inaugural year, they're definitely looking to try and tick all the boxes and be as professional and world-class as possible, which is what we like as players and will help us flourish as players, I believe.
And I know too, Geva, from even when you were down here in Melbourne, you used to always love the beach. And I'll tell you, every second Instagram post I'm seeing from Kelsey Brown is she's at the beach. Have you been doing the same?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've got a few more roles and responsibilities as a captain now, so I'm not getting as much time at the beach as I'd like. But it's just so wonderful having such amazing beaches all the way down from sort of Caloundra all the way up to Noosa to choose from. So no matter what you feel like, you can go along and just soak up the beautiful views and the nice salty water and the beautiful sand. So it's a beautiful place to live, and I know why people come up here a lot on holiday, because you do feel like you're permanently in that sort of cruise holiday mode.
Well, hang on, as captain, don't you get to relocate training to the beach?
Yeah, I need to work on that. I think it's more cricket where they allow the captain to pull rank a little bit more. But so I'll be working with Knowles and perhaps suggest a few more beach sessions. Potentially beach recovery would be good as well. We've got to watch, because we've got, I think, the most redheads in our group, so we've got to watch they don't burn as much.
And just on Kelsey, did it make it easier for you to settle in, Geva, having someone come up with you from Victoria that you'd played with for quite a period?
Yes, definitely. And Kelsey was actually up here a couple of weeks before I arrived back at the end of last year. So, I mean, the first thing I did pretty much when I arrived was we caught up for a coffee and just chatted through things. And I think just having that little bit of familiarity really helped probably the both of us. That's always a bit of a home comfort. So, yeah, I'm absolutely loving having Kelsey up here. And it is just that little bit of home that's come with you, someone who knows what you've been through, and it's also something that we can share together as well. It just helps build on those friendships and relationships.
And what's the story with work? And also, is Lockie up there with you as well?
Yeah, unfortunately, my husband's still in Melbourne, so it's a beautiful place of the world that no one actually wants to leave, so it's very hard to find him a job. We're looking at teacher exchange opportunities, and that makes it a little bit more difficult as well. So still working on that, trying to get the husband up here, because it would be lovely just to, I guess, complete the package for me. And in terms of work, at the moment, just settling into my role with the team and what I'm doing up here. But yeah, I'll definitely be looking to get out and about and definitely integrate into the community, whether that's through coaching or appearances or talks. So looking forward to setting my roots up here and seeing what I can do professionally off the court.
All right, Geva, thanks very much for joining us. It feels like yesterday we used to have a chat nearly every week. Hope everything's all okay up there, and hopefully we talk to you during the year, and good luck for the game against the Vixens on Sunday.
Thank you very much. Good to talk to you guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
You've been listening to the 3 Feet Radio Show with Ben Carbonaro and Luke Herbert. Tune in next time for more special guests and netball commentary exclusively on YouTube.